When I was just a young girl, strange as it may seem, I longed to wear the black and amber for the Louisburg football team. But standards there were woeful high, and I didn't make the cut. For every time that I showed up, 'twas on the bench that I'd be put. Still I turned up to training, where we practiced all the drills. I was all right at the running, but useless at the skills. A game of backs and forwards would be the start of each session, but I was sent behind the goals to kick the balls back in. I encountered many problems, and when I went to kick the ball, and when I went to kick the ball, no matter how I swung my leg, they wouldn't meet at all. Still I turned up to the final, where we took on Burshul. Louisburg played with the Wind in the first half, weren't we the fools? While we played with the Wind, Burshul played with the ball. They scored 2 goals, 7 points, but we scored very little. The second half was better. We made a great comeback. With just 5 minutes left to play, we had them on the rack. Our girls, they were leading by 2 points. The time was nearly up. And our captain, she was sinking. Soon she'd lift the cup. Then our number 12 got injured. A bad blow to the knee. The manager looked down the bench. There was no one there but me. He scratched his head. He looked around. His options there were few. The selector said, "Bring on your one. Sure, what harm can she do?"
I slipped.
I slipped the referee my note, and up forward I did go. I gave the corner back a dig. 'Twas just to say hello. Now we had a good full forward. She drives the backs and smirk. She says, "You just pass the ball to me, and I'll do all the work." Well, no sooner had she spoke those words than the first ball came my way. I set my eyes upon it, and I began to pray. I caught the ball and sent it in to the full forward by my side. She stood before the open goal. The Egypt drove it wide. Well, I resolved both there and then, I swore that come what may, I'd take the next one on myself, if one should come my way. The kick-out was quickly taken. It reached our halfway line. It was picked cleanly from the air by our number 9. A high ball came raining down, and I went up once again. But this time the back was on me, with an elbow to the chin. Well, I was soaring in the air when she gave that dirty blow, and before I ever reached the ground, the blood did start to flow. I hit the ground with impact, and the medics crowded round. They shone a light into my eyes. Says I, "I'm grand and sound." The voices turned to echoes, and their faces went all blurred. "Get that one off the pitch," were the last words that I heard. It was then I fell unconscious, and the ref was heard to say, "Back to your positions, there's a minute left to play." They put me on a stretcher, and my journey off begun. Jim ready and waiting to do the ambulance run. We had nearly reached the sideline, and all would soon be well, but a handle off the stretcher broke, and to the ground I fell. Another bad blow to the head, and my eyes shot open wide, and boy was I surprised to see the ball was by my side. I grabbed the ball close to my chest. I planned to give it welly. I could hear the fans all roaring. I thought they said, "Go on, Ellen." I wasn't 5 yards out when I met my own full back, but blinded by the chance to shine and the promise not to slack, I drove it past my own full back at a speed I won't forget, to his final resting place in the back of our own net.